I-Octane.
Bless, bless, bless.
I-Octane.
Well, go on, David Levy. What's up? What's up? What's up?
I-Octane.
Yo, rude boy.
What's going
What's
on,
up?
man?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
It's good. It's great. It's beautiful.
We speak every once in a while, but you have not been on the radio with me for a long time, man. Last time we had a show at SOBs. That's about 3
Yeah.
years ago.
And that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Wow.
SOBs, yes.
And you've got a new album out again, right?
Yes, I have a new album out. I Am Great, and we're doing the show in SOBs again.
And you're going straight back into SOBs again. Well, you know it has been worked on. It's been developed and made it look much nicer than it was before. So now you're going into a newly renovated SOBs.
Oh wow!
He said,
"Oh,
wow.
I can't wait! David Levy, the balance. I can't wait with the live band. You know what I mean? I love to perform with a live band. I love to perform in those type of arena where, up close and personal, and it's a good energy.
Let's have some fun. I want to take a commercial break, but I want to have some fun. The last time I was speaking to you, I said, you know what? I was looking at you on your IG, right? And I've seen you a billion times, but for that evening we were talking. I looked at my IG. I said, you know what? You look like a Freddie McGregor's son. I said, I never thought about it, but you look just like Freddie McGregor.
Yeah, me look exactly like Freddie McGregor. Everywhere I go in the world, people say, yo, you're Freddie's son. And I say, yeah, man, Freddie's my father. You know what I mean? Man, big up Freddie. Anywhere Freddie go, Freddie, and them ask Freddie, Octane is your son, Freddie say, yeah, man, I-Octane is my son. but we're very, very close. Freddie, I think I need to do a DNA.
Yeah, suppose, right? We are playing around. Suppose we are playing around now, right? But suppose a test is taken and you are Freddie McGregor's son.
Well, me and Freddie already have a close relationship. Well,
so
you know what I mean? Him respect me, respect him. Him look out for me. Me and Steve and Chino and we're good. You know what I mean? One of his daughters who live in the Cayman Islands always say, Octane is my brother. She called me brother. So we have a good relationship. You know what I mean? We have a good relationship. So it wouldn't really change the fact that, and then people will know where the talent come from.
Oh man, we talking to I-Octane. He's got a brand spanking new album out. He's going to be doing this thing Sunday in SOBs. The name of the new album again, and why do you title it that name? Why do you think that name at this point in time?
Because we as black people, we as Caribbean people, we as people and our whole, especially with deep melanin, we a lot of us out there seeking validation from the public and from others, and not yourself, we get up every day and we speak negative things over ourselves. So we're defeating ourselves in the race of life, we speak, we have doubts, we're doubtful on certain things, we say try, if, could, shoulda, maybe, I don't know. You know what I mean? All of these things.
So you said hell with all that. We going for the full title once. We are kings, and you're going for the kingly title one time.
Kings, you know what I mean? We're kings. We're re-educated. That's why we think these things about ourselves. So, but we're kings, we're queens. We're powerful. We're great. These are the things that I speak over myself every day, and every day I say great things manifest. I am great. I am great. You know what I mean? Because these things is words, and it comes from your mouth. So I don't really need a next individual to tell me that I am great, to know that I am great.
Right.
I have a mouth and I can speak. I can look into a mirror. I have a mirror. I can look into the mirror and see the image in the mirror and tell the image in the mirror that you are great, which who I am. You know what I mean? So I tell myself these things every day and these things motivate me to stay focused. You know what I mean? And I run my own race in life because every individual have his or her, race in life to hold. To run. There's no two individuals that have the same. Even if you're a twin, there's no two individuals that have the same blueprint.
Right.
You have similarities and similar characteristics.
So interesting about that. I was talking to some people the other day. I said, you know what? Could you imagine every human being has a different fingerprint? Every human being.
Every single human being
has a different fingerprint.
A lady have 8 kids one time, one after each other. And every out of the 8 kids, every single would grow in one womb.
Right.
Every single
kid has a different fingerprint.
Different retina. Who don't understand that? Your eye, the pupil, different retina. Maybe the same blood type or similar, characteristics.
But don't matter what. To single us out, different fingerprints. You know what you talked about?
If you have a different blueprint, that means you have a different significant role to play on Earth.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yes. So if you have a different blueprint, that there's nothing David Levy can do to stop you from complete what you're supposed to complete on Earth. All you have to do is to tap in the right element and tap in the right version of you. Because you can be successful in something, but that is not a true calling.
Listen, you talk about the word validation. And since this white group won the Grammy, a lot of talk is being brought up about validation, the reggae music being trash, the reggae music being not good enough, the dancehall being not good enough. And don't forget now, when we were young kids and we were coming in, all the artists would say that about us. So now we're saying that about where do you stand in this Grammy win where the white group and they're not new to reggae. They've been around reggae for years and years and years, have toured with reggae groups, and reggae groups from Jamaica have toured with them. Where do you stand with this white group winning this Grammy that is causing so much chaos?
Well, SOJA is a band that I love, SOJA is a band that, share their platform with me when I was coming up. You know what I mean? So I think SOJA been doing it for reggae music before me.
Right.
They've been doing reggae music a long time. And people have to understand that Bob Marley half white too, Bob Marley is not full black. Mm-hmm. So reggae music is not only for black people and it's not only for Jamaicans. You know what I mean? Music is not one nation or one individual. And that is what kind of dilute or kind of decelerate the momentum of the reggae music, because we think that it originated from Jamaica, that David Levy in New York cannot do it better than me. Why not? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's even not even better. In Jamaica, talent, you cannot be talented in Jamaica and say you're special. Every individual in Jamaica is special. Is special and very talented. Talent is cultivated from Jamaica daily. So you cannot say, oh, I'm talented, I'm special. Every day you see a different kid or a different child or a different person who is special. Very, very talented. What affecting us is application, or we apply ourselves. And that is that is where the problem lies. We don't apply ourselves properly. We not, we take the music for granted. We don't show up for interviews. We don't respect our fans. We don't communicate. You don't want to do a promotional tour unless you get paid. You don't want to do a promotional tour unless you get paid. Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and these people go there and pave the way. Okay, yes, you're big in Jamaica and you're big in the Caribbean, but nobody know you in Finland. Nobody know you in this. David Levy called and said, let's do a promotional tour, get your music out there. All right, okay, no. Let's go and be the opening act for SOJA or for nice to know you. Let's do it again. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. No, man, we're bigger than them, man. No. You're seeing it from one you're seeing from one perspective. So this is a problem, you know what I mean? So you're not going out there, you're not touring, you're not doing it without money, you're not doing all of these things, you're not, you know what I mean? Because you think it's all about social media. And these people is doing the work. They've been doing the work. They create their fans. They create their audience.
And
so they get the support.
And I'm going to jump in very quickly. These groups, these white groups on LA and these concerts now don't even need Jamaicans anymore. They've circumvented that, or Caribbean people anymore. They've got their own $10, $15, $20,000 for their shows. The majority of the bands are bands from LA and America, white bands, and they've got their own charts. So they don't need no validity, no validation. Sorry, they don't need no validation from nobody.
We need to, David, Levy. That's the problem with us. We need to look into ourselves and know when you're going off track, and know when we're not doing the right amount of work. You know what I mean? And it's across the board. It's a ripple effect. The DJs, them on the radio is not doing the right road. The selectors, them is not. The artists, them is not. It's a ripple effect. The producers, every single person have a role to play. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And these feelings and these take. What is one of the biggest problems in Jamaica that is affecting the music? Is people, producers taking sides. The radio disc jockeys taking sides. Selectors is taking sides. And you don't know Lil Wayne, you don't know Kodak Black, but you play a Kodak Black every day, you play Lil Wayne every day. Why you have to see this individual or have to know the artist to play the music?
We got your take on the reggae award and stuff like that. I'm curious. Does your mom still sell in Coronation Market?
Not necessarily Coronation Market, but she's not stopped. I can't stop her from being a vendor. Every time I tried that, she was like, "Boy, go one step before I slap you with something, boy."
So hold on. I'm curious. You are the big I-Octane, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play some of your hits. You gotta have some kind of money. You gotta have at least.
Yeah.
Hold on. You gotta have at least 10 million American dollars in the bank.
Yeah.
When you see your mom working as a vendor in the market, and you know full well that she does not have to do it, how does it make you feel?
You know, at first when I just get the break and acting and run the place and we're gone and was like, "Mom, you gotta stop this." She was like, "Yo, son, listen to me." That is just an ego speaking, because my mom is a very wise lady. She said that is an ego speaking because you're seeing things through your eyes and how you want it to play out. But that perspective is not my life. This is my daily living. I cannot stop do these things because you're a big artist and you give me money every month, and I don't do these things for money. I don't really. This is my daily life. This is where I have my friends, my enemies, my compadres, this is like my life. If I go home and sit down and, this is like a take away my livelihood, and I never understand it. And she was like, "Okay, all the money that you have, my son, all right, look at this. If you go to the doctor with a throat problem and the doctor say you cannot sing again for the rest of your life, and you have all the money in the world, how would you feel?" I would say I would cancel all money in the world just to have my voice to see. So that's me, yeah. So this is my daily living. It don't matter how much money. I just like to just go out there and just, have people correspond. She was like, "Yo, remember I grew up rough, So my selling is like my therapy. It helped me to alleviate myself from the things that I got through. I never grew up. I never get therapy. All my emotional scars, all the sufferation that I've been through with the five of you, and the ups and downs. These things is very like therapeutic for me. So after just look at it from that angle.
How did you get along with your brothers and sisters and growing up? And when did you realize that you were going to take the music serious and you're going to make money from the music?
Boy, to tell you the truth, from school days, I was always the one representing the penny concert. I was a very shy person. I wouldn't say shy, but I was special. I was like way ahead of my peers, and I see things like different, like I really go my bed and say numbers, like very, very brilliant individual, but insecurities in terms of not having the right financial support around me. And then now, public school. That's why I don't really believe in public. When I say public school, I mean public and private. That, kids go out in public school, like out in school, like with other kids, other peers, all of these things. Because those things put emotional scars in kids. You know what I mean? And put peer pressure upon kids and, invite these demonic type of energy in the kids' life, and they turn out to be different. And you wonder why they're rebellious, why they're acting out this way. Is because they're exposed to a lot of different frequency that they cannot process. And that is what happened to a lot of kids, including me. So when I was going to school, I never had the cool clothes or the cool bag or the cool shoes to go to school. So I was always, my friends have those things.
So because you were not getting barrels from America or getting barrels from England or getting barrels from Toronto, you didn't have the fresh gear. So when you didn't have the fresh gear, you stay in the back. You stay in the background because
I stay in the back because the same shoes that I wear last year, the same shoes I wear. So I have to stay in the back. Then I take my little time then in the first 2 months in the school and everything get back to normal. People stop worry about school, about clothes. So what I would do, I would ace my test, my class. I would come first. I would come, get A's and. Penny Concert always represents, I always try to do things that they're not doing. So I work out to balance that out. But it was very hard for me because I was always pretending like it was okay, but it wasn't okay. You know what I mean? And I always pressured by my peers, like, yo, you're wearing the same thing. What happened? Your mother, your father can provide certain things. And I was like, no, we can, but I'm a humble youth. I don't really worry about these things. You will see what the plans that I have in the future. But then now, when I'm going home, I'm walking home, I'm crying. I'm crying from school because these things really affect me. You know what I mean?
Did you have a father's presence growing up in your life, or it was just your mom?
It was just my mom. I was always the father role in me. I played the father role for my younger siblings and wow. things, and even my older siblings. I know my father, he live miles away and he have other family and kids and these things. So it wasn't like that relationship type of vibe where.
Listen, Octane, I gotta go to another break. I gotta go to this may have a number one show. You got a lot of commercials, right, Octane? So hold on, don't move. With all the music, all the hits, is there a system that you use? Do you get the lyrics first? Do you get the beat first? Do you go run in the morning and then do you eat some fish at Hellshire Beach? What do you do to get the mindset to go into the booth and put down your lyrics?
Well, right now, I'm just in the mood. I'm always in the mood when it comes to music. Like, when it comes to music, I will have all a down day like, oh, I feel lethargic, I don't want to do nothing, and I just hear a rhythm, and I was like, yo, ready. You know what I mean?
Do you have to write down the lyrics?
No, I don't write.
You don't write?
I used to write my lyrics back about 20 years ago, and I thief my lyrics book, and from that day I said, know what? I ain't gonna give none of these guys nothing more to thief. If you want to thief my lyrics book, you gotta thief my brain. So what I do? They thief my lyrics book, and I never remember some of the songs, and they're great songs, and I was like, yo. So what I do, I just read a lot, and so I just compose everything in my head. You know what I mean? And just have it in my brain. So when I go to the studio, I'm ready. I go to the studio on the spot. Most of these songs that you're playing right now and all of these new songs was built on the spot, like just on the spot. Go in the studio, never hear the rhythm before. Neil played the rhythm, and I was like, the rhythm is nice. Hey, Neil! We don't care who some boy love butternut man fi way, and man is a bam bam yo that record that.
You know what? I was shocked. I was shocked in the last month or so to hear your name mentioned, how it was mentioned.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you now. Like I was reading something and it says, I-Octane. This gang crew mentioned you that you were part of a gang and you were operating as a gang member and a musician at the same time. And I says, it's not the I-Octane that I know, but maybe there's something else going on that I don't know about.
Maybe at the 87 Octane, is that the 91? Man, but that is it. You know the media scarcity. The media always misconstrued the whole narrative and change the whole narrative, because in this era right now, majority media outlet are some people out there, not the foundation people, but a lot of new people that have access to the internet. They don't have journalism credentials. Mm-hmm. They're not journalists. So they're dealing, you have a thing when you YouTube, and they're dealing YouTube, and YouTube pay you for the algorithm, and pay you for the views, and pay you for the amount of views and all of these things. So people find out that, I can create a channel, I can create something, and I can make money from this. That's their hustle, I have no problem. But how they make money from it is to tear down the next person and use it as clickbait, sensationalism, not journalism.
Okay.
You understand? So nobody care about the fact or the truth. Everybody just care about painting a narrative to capture the fans and something intriguing, so the fans them mislead the fans them, so the fans them can, all right, this, and go over there and view it. And when they view it, the headline don't match the story, but they already get the view, and they're already gonna get paid for that view.
Right.
So if you watch the news, if you watch these things that is coming out, especially out of Jamaica, nobody have nothing good to say about nobody. Because it's about this YouTube thing and this algorithm thing where everybody is a money-making thing, people. Believe me, it's a money-making thing.
So right now, right here on 107.5 WBLS Caribbean People with Dahved Levy, I-Octane is saying that he had nothing to do in any way, shape, or form with any gang members, or he was not part of a gang, or he was not head of a gang, or he didn't give the gang money. All out the window.
And people are saying that Octane cannot travel. I just went to Jamaica to do on stage. Now I'm in Miami. I just do a show yesterday in Ohio. And now I'm back in Miami, and I'm coming to New York to do my album launch. So people see me post every day. People see me travel every day. People see I'm up and to and from every day. This is one of the biggest cases in Jamaica. So if I was involved in any form or shape out of music, because these people that is involved in the case have a record company, a legitimate record company, where every artist writes for. When they hear,
right,
they produce that song. When they hear, flare it, ding dong, flare it.
Right.
They produce that song. They produce songs for Demi. They produce songs for Chanel Muir. They produce songs for TJ Records. They produce songs for a lot of different artists. You understand?
Right.
But the media went to the case. They went to the case, and they hear my name mentioned amongst the case. But they mentioned music related.
Right. Because as you said, some of these guys are producers, so they're producing all kind of people, not only you but other people too.
Yeah, because
so they want to affiliate you. They want to affiliate you because of your music, but you hey, listen. I got to say this, right? In the entertainment field, when you go in a club, there are all kind of people in the club from all backgrounds. You don't know who's who, but hey, how you doing? What's going on? We party together. You go your way, go my way. So that means that... live
in Jamaica, all right, we know you're from the garrison, and we know you're a gangster, we know you're from the garrison, but we don't care what you do when you leave this place. You do your private life, we have our private life. You come, you voice. In Jamaica, let me tell you this, people, in Jamaica, it's hard. It's 99.9%. It's best for you to voice for any ghetto, any garrison label than have any of these individuals as your enemy. Because remember this, you're in the street every day, you're rolling every day, you're up and down every day, you're a public figure. You don't want in the street and then something happen to you. Because by the time the law reach there, you already passed. You understand? And it's good to just have a balanced relationship. Once a person, you could be the word. Remember that advice for producers that is behind the bar, you know. producers from overseas, local producers who have family friends out here, just like, my father is in prison or in jail, but him have already man him want me for voice, and I've just voice because people coming to me for all different type of voicing from all different angles, and I'm doing music. If a person come to me and say, I wanted to involve in this and that and that and that, no. Remember in Dahved Levy, I go almost 2 decades now. I've done 10 years and almost done finish in the next 10 years.
Wow.
Me have my first hit song from me of 14. So I'm almost 20 years in, and you never hear my name in no shape nor form. Why you think in this time I'm going to do that?
Right.
It's just the media putting that out there. You understand? Mm-hmm. Because they went to the case and they asked one of the individuals like, I do music. I do music for Octane, I do music for this and I do music for that. You understand? So they hear my name mentioned music wise and they come up, his name mentioned in the case. Remember, people don't read. People don't read. They just Octane name mentioned in the case. Remember, all right, look on it now, David. They're dealing with the case is about criminal activities.
Mm-hmm.
So the mass is there thinking about criminal activity. Your brain is all right. Forget about criminal activities. You're at a soccer match. You're in the stadium watching the match. Your brain is on soccer, football. So if you hear any story, Dahved Levy was on the field. Only thing come to your brain is
football.
Soccer, football. Because you're in the stadium watching football and you hear that Dahved Levy was on the field,
right,
speaking to the referee. So you're thinking about football. So you have a criminal case and you're thinking about criminal activities and all of these gruesome crimes, right?
Mm.
Criminal activities, all of these gruesome crimes. So, and then you hear I-Octane name. Then you are going to say, criminal activities, because subconsciously that already and embedded in your brain already. So you're thinking about criminal activities. So when you're Octane, you're like, wow. So Octane involved in that too. But you're not thinking about why my name was called. You know what I mean? Why it was called and what it was called and.
Right.
So they're not pushing that narrative. So they're just keeping it. There's criminal activity.
Anyway,
but there's no criminal.
Anyway, I asked the question, and you didn't back away from it. You answered it right on. So let's move away from that now. Why was it so important to you to use your band and not just do tracks? Why is the band so important?
All right, let me tell you about the band. But Luton Fire, Denique, and Versi. And we also have Frostman Brilliant, other artists. All right, band is very important because, and this is why people having the problem with SOJA, because of we're not presenting the music like how the people want it to be presented to them. You know what I mean? For example, when you look on a Wizkid performance, just go and Google Wizkid performance or his concert or professional he him and him team look, even if it's a track show, him have people are overdub right here and it sounds like a band show and it sounds so organized and the harmony,
all the dancers and the harmonies and all that stuff.
Everything is synchronized. That is production, and that is a lot of dedication and a lot of and that is a lot of a person that don't have a lot of ego, a lot of rehearsal, all of these things. We know with just popularity, fame, we don't want to do the rehearsal, we don't want to do these things. So when you have a project like this, it's good to present it on band, and even if you're doing it on tracks, it's supposed to have this overdub and these effects, and it just sound like a concert. You understand? Because not everybody can afford the band,
right?
But it always have to sound like a live show. So, but in SOBs now and other venues that can accommodate the band, it's so right to present it on band, and then when you present it on band, people hear that raw soul. No auto-tune, it's just reverb or delay.
Right.
People hear the true potential of your voice. People hear if it's your real voice or it's been beefed up in the studio. People get to see you in that, that element, that performance element that is, that is real, and that is what people pay for. Not just you come and sing back your songs, them are you play the music or you sing over the music. You know what I mean? People
but you know what? A lot of artists do that. A lot of artists play back the music, and they're not even playing the TV track. They're playing the actual song and just sing along to it.
A lot of people doing that. All right. A lot of soca artists do that,
Mm-hmm.
But what
there's
I love
different vibe.
No, what I love when soca artists do it, they master it.
Right.
They master it, and when they sing, I was watching Fayan playing the music, but she's singing over the music, and she's singing exactly like the music, and and the music is not over her voice. Her music is below her voice, so you hear her voice, and she move, and the energy is there. And Marshall will perform on his band, and then sometimes he overdub some of the songs them, and you hear. I see Marshall perform for 2 hours.
Listen, I-Octane, I gotta run. It was nice talking to you, man. I'm glad that you cleared up all the what people were thinking, and let them see that that's not you. That's how a few people perceived it because of where they were at the time. So I'm glad you were able to come on. I'm glad you were able to talk about this stuff. Say hi to your mom for me. And one day when I'm in Jamaica and your mom, I want to go down and hang out with your mom and sit down in the markets and relax and drink 2 boxes of juice and man.
Anytime I go to Jamaica, just let me know, man. I'm just arrange that, man. She would love that.
Yeah. Because I remember I had cocoa tea with Mama Christie and Shaba. I had cocoa tea. You understand me? In Waterhouse. So I sat down and I had breakfast with Mama Christie in Waterhouse.
Yeah, so that is beautiful.
Oh man, it was more than beautiful. It was crazy. But listen, we out of here, man. Thank you very much. Have a great show on Sunday. You have a great show, and we'll see you on Sunday. Talk to you later, Octane. And don't forget, you are the
balancer.
You are the balancer. Talk to you later.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks in name David Levy. You know your name, my son. Remember the show hosted by David Levy and Splaka Vela, so.
Okay.
Respect.
Out.